and then you do stand up on the side. One of my favorite things about Steve is he has to be reprimanded sometimes for being too misogynist on stage when there are women present.
Yeah, no, I've seen it numerous times. I mean, you do have kind of, I don't know if it's hatred towards women, but you don't love women that much.
Bring that mic a little closer.
I've been with a lot of women in my life, so I'm 59 and a half years old, and I've never been married, but just, I'm not a woman hater. It's just women are impossible. I don't think women and men are really meant to, they don't even like each other. They don't, for sex and having a baby, but after that,
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. He started off very political. He sounded like Kamala Harris in one of her new interviews on CNN, but then this truth slowly started to come out.
But no, men and women do not like each other, and they're fooled. They're in a fog with the sex.
And by men and women, you mean you don't like women?
No, as I mean that women don't like men and men don't like women.
Oh, speak for yourself, buddy. Bitches
love
me.
You like to fuck.
Bitches love
You like to
me.
fuck women. You love to fuck women.
And they like to fuck me too.
Wait till you get my age. You'll look at it totally different.
You ever
You're like, what? How did this happen to me?
You ever just open hand slap one of those bitches?
I've never had a woman, but my ex-girlfriend, she's lucky that she has a full set of teeth right now.
Oh my
God.
There we go.
Yeah, dude.
There we go.
So you wanted to slap
I was
that.
keen. No, she punched me, stabbed me, choked me to death with a crowbar. Yeah.
God damn, you were abused. Okay, so then you were just abused.
My mom abused me and my dad. Everyone beat my ass when I was a kid. Yeah.
Well, you're still saying hi to them on the podcast. That's
I
nice.
know, because I'm in Los Angeles. So they're in fucking Michigan.
All right, well, 1 second. Hey, fuck you, Steve's parents, for abusing him. Fuck you for abusing our boy Steve. I mean, honestly, though, like, what you want to call him out by name? What'd they do to you?
Yeah, women just, they don't like it because I'm like so easygoing and happy all the time. Yeah, it bothers them. They want drama. A lot of women want drama.
Oh, they want it. They want that. I tried to actually record a domestic violence incident that was happening today outside my apartment window. I live next to a Section 8 building, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And one lady lived there and used to scream at her children all the livelong day with the window open. She moved out, and now a new couple moved in, and the woman was screaming today for all the neighborhood to hear that she wasn't going to attend the man's funeral once he died.
Well,
she's like, man, good for her. Nobody go show up to your funeral. I sure as hell ain't coming. It sounded like she was on the balcony. It sounded like she was Juliet. I don't understand how people can have those personal of disputes publicly.
She probably has good reason though. I think she'd probably still go to his funeral though. I think she's bluffing. You should call her out.
Women have a lot of hormones, man. Sometimes they don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah, what do you think? Is she going to go to his funeral? Might be her baby daddy.
Be in the back, crying in a corner.
But
she won't know why she's doing that.
I think going to a black man's funeral is important because she would want to see the side bitches because no doubt he has some.
That's true. That's true. Pew number 2 on the left side is always reserved for the side bitches. That's how black funerals work, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve, I want to say this because Leo has a policy when it comes to parking wherever he wants. He also has a rule for when it's okay to hit women.
Right.
This is satire. His thing is if you weigh, there's like a couple boxes you can check. If you weigh over $150, that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's one. If you make more money than he does, that's 2. You can hit a woman who makes more money than you.
Correct.
And then 3, if she has braces.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't think you really should hit a woman, but what
if she has braces?
What was that guy from that sports guy that fucking just laid that chick out in the elevator?
Any guy who's ever played in the NFL ever. Oh, Ray Rice.
So when he did that, the first question that came out of my mouth was, "What did she do?"
I knew you were going to say that.
But here's the thing,
Steve,
though. Here's the thing.
Do you know what she did?
I didn't know. I don't know the story. I just saw the.
Well, tell him. I mean, no, I think you might agree with Ray Rice after this, but let him.
So they went to a Carl's Jr. and listen, it's very serious, Steve.
Yeah.
She spilled a little bit of Mr. Pibb in his Range Rover.
Right. And she didn't ask for extra buffalo sauce.
Not such a big deal anymore, is it, Steve?
Well, there's got to be more into that than that guy's a dickhead.
What you talking about?
Well,
you don't think that's
he's
enough?
got- dude? Whenever a guy hits a woman, and I'm against it, but you know, I
Him in
always
the
have-
range?
What if he had the car detailed just 45 minutes before?
No.
They came from the detailer to the Carl's Jr.
Dude,
Right.
I've been keyed to death fucking by a key with women, man. Yeah, I know what
You've
it's
said
like.
now twice to death. You're still alive, Steve.
I know, but I know what it's like to hold back. And like I said, my ex-girlfriend's lucky she's got all her teeth.
Did you at least
know?
have a good line when you got stabbed right afterward? Like, did you? It's going to take more than
I just
that.
took a few Xanax and went to sleep. Yeah, you know,
But
yeah.
that's dangerous. She could have gone after your throat when you were sleeping.
You
Did
know,
you kick her out at least?
Once yeah.
So this is what actually happened with Ray Rice, Steve. The Ravens, they were playing Jacksonville that year. It was a 10 a.m. Jacksonville game. And she was watching it from home because that bitch had to watch every single game, according to Ray Rice.
Yeah.
And Ray found out that she fell asleep during the third quarter for about 5 minutes while she was watching the game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You guys are making this shit up.
No. And she was supposed to record too, and she kind of dropped the ball on that as well. She only got the first half.
And he clocked her out into the elevator.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he even restrained himself that long.
Yeah, game tape is really important, Steve.
But you know,
That was the only way he could get it. Like the team does not provide game tape. Your baby mama has to record the game for you.
Yeah, and some people would argue that you could just like watch the game over with like NFL Sunday Ticket, but he liked just the recording because it was more. He said he liked it live. You know? Yeah.
You like to hear the commentary,
Right.
he like hit her with a like a fist.
Well,
you know?
Steve.
I mean, not even Will Smith hit fucking Chris Rock. He
Yeah.
bitch slapped Chris Rock.
Well, I mean,
right?
Chris Rock was just talking a little bit of smack about a guy's wife.
I
I mean, this bitch spilt Dr. Pepper
about the hair.
and didn't record the game.
I mean, that's big.
Dude, I had this girl pull my head underneath the dashboard while I was driving down the road.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, it wasn't on the highway though, so it's a big
it was,
deal.
there was like on Sunset where there's cars. Picture
Oh.
yourself on Sunset Boulevard up by, Comedy Store and everything.
You love the Sunset Strip.
And yeah, dude, I grew up on the back of the 80s.
How many times have you done coke in the Rainbow Room?
Probably every time. You dodged a bullet. You never married, never had a child. It's like, I won the game. But it's just like, dude, to settle down with a woman, you are a slave to her your whole fucking life. And are you happy with that? Are you happy being
What if you
that
do
way?
it Islamic style? Then you turn the table, Steve.
Dude, I have friends that they're a slave to their wife, but they're happy with that, which is great. And that's why it works, and they'll never be divorced.
What if instead of a Guatemalan, you dated, say, a woman from the Congo,
Yes.
and you tried to enslave her?
And she barely, I mean, she was just like, "Hi, how are you?" She was just like, "Steve, I do anything for you.
So, dude,
You three."
I'll tell you this
Yes.
about even Asian chicks. If you meet an Asian chick with broken English, they're a blessing.
Then
They're
why don't you get
beautiful.
shacked up, Steve? You're getting at some point. You still look very good for your age,
Thank you,
especially
Danny.
considering the drinking.
Stop coming on
You
to me
better,
right now.
whether it's from the Congo, from Guatemala, or an Asian woman, you better lock somebody down
Where's
quick.
this guy coming on
because
to me right now?
Steve, what if you fall off a cliff, and what if suddenly you're 62 and your back gives out, and you're one of those handicapped people we started the show talking about?
Yeah. At least if you have the Congo chick, she's going to make you some samosas for breakfast.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
once a chick is Americanized, she turns into a full-blown bitch.
Well,
She
don't let her
does.
talk to any of the fucking LA girls. Don't let her ever like
This
meet-
happens.
I think Islam is the religion for you, Steve.
The
I
most-
think you need to get a woman in a burqa.
the more the chicks that I've gone out that could barely speak English, they were the most beautiful women I've ever. And you had to shave their butts because it was growing out on their legs. You had to show them the 80s thing where they had the mohawk,
You're
Dude, I was banging chicks that had
Listen,
crabs
Steve,
and
you're
these big
too-
bushes,
Steve,
man. Have
you're-
you ever had the crabs before?
I
You're too fucking obsessed with bushes, man.
You are, man. And I'm starting to think you were fucking guys in the 80s.
Yeah,
They
because
had
how the
bush on their legs?
I've seen some guys with such a big bush and such a little penis, you wouldn't have been able to fucking tell what was going on in there.
That's like the biblical pictures.
Yes.
We walked in, me and another dude I trained with walked in on a dude at our gym who was naked, and he just had a massive bush. I think I told the story, and he just had the tiniest fucking, it made me feel so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy I walked in with visibly reacted and just went, Jesus Christ, when he caught a glimpse of this guy's tiny pecker. And that guy had bush like an invasive species of ivy climbing up the walls all over his inner thighs, Steve.
See, but you have to, it's like my ex-girlfriend that I went out for 10 years, But when I met her,
what was that?
What?
Why'd you just do that?
Do what?
Yeah, it was the cowardly lion kind of thing.
What are you talking about?
You just went,
You guys are making up stuff.
No,
right
you
now.
just did that. Were you trying to?
Do you know what,
What?
I'm
Were you
talking
trying
about
to take
right
another
now? You are starting.
Take another fucking swig. You're not making sense, Steve.
Steve, how much of your income do you spend on Jack Daniels?
It's a great question.
94.7.
How often do you drink,
Wave.
Steve? How often do you fucking drink, Steve?
Experts would say.
I try to drink every other day, but probably this week it's going to be about 4. It's going to be a 4-banger.
Nothing wrong with a 4-banger.
But dude, when I met my girlfriend, she had like just like a landing strip. But I showed her like, I don't know, just bring up an 80s Playboy girl. I said, "Can you grow?"
We're gonna look at cock. We're gonna look at cock.
And she got tan lines and bush like the 80s when the chicks were hot.
Don't bring it up. God damn it. Why
chicks
are you doing
were hot
this?
back in the 80s. Now they're all jacked
Isn't
up.
that the last time?
Guys.
Is that the last time you had sex? The 80s.
No.
Okay.
Steve, we've seen enough 80s retro bush. Steve, let's talk now.
Yeah, but look, it's clean.
I will say a lot of these girls.
Well, that's nasty. That's nasty right there. That's nasty right there.
You have a problem, Steve.
A lot of these girls are really hot,
I don't
which
wanna
is strange.
See the lips.
They
doggy.
yeah, oh my God, they age well.
Wow.
It's dangling down. Like I could clip that girl's pussy hairs easily with a pair of scissors.
Look at those knockers.
Which
those
is a problem.
are real too. Look at those are real. This is the thing about Playboy back in the 80s. I don't think they started getting boob jobs until probably the late 80s. Like that chick's jugs right there, those are totally real.
Okay, Steve, there you go.
This is an 80s butthole.
Knock yourself out, Steve.
So,
that better be a woman's
dude,
asshole. That better be a woman's.
I'm saying right now with men and women, they do not like each other. And it's all about sex. And you get my age, you're going to figure out that it has nothing to do with sex at all. Nothing to do with.
What does it have to do with?
At the beginning, it has what brings you together is sex.
Yeah.
But at the end, it has nothing to do with. It has to do with having a companion. But that's when you're going to find out if you love the chick or the guy at the time. When the sex is over.
In Leo's case, yeah, the guy.
I'm not gay.
That guy back there, he's going to realize it. He's going to realize when the sex runs out.
He's on acid. He has no idea what's going on.
He's got a great dick, though. He's got a great dick.
You're going to find out when the sex goes out if you really even like each other.
All right. Well,
and women brought up this line, right? I love you, but I don't like you anymore. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Steve, I've seen his dick before. They're going to last.
So, no, but dude, sex at its best is going to last 10 years. 10 years at the best. That's how I was with my ex until she started menopause, and then that was fucked up right there. But yeah, as a man, you got to go through that.
Menopause, Steve?
Now you're fucking sandpaper and a bag of dust.
Steve, if
you guys ever fucked sandpaper before?
No, nobody has. But Steve, if I told you right now.
You're going to, Danny, because your girl's going to get old. Are you going to stay with her?
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Stay with your woman, Danny, when the sex is done.
This isn't about me. Right now, I'm asking you if through this door right here, a 22-year-old blonde girl walked out who never shaved her twat. If she walked out, would you marry her right now?
I wouldn't marry her.
You wouldn't marry a beautiful... If that might be your best shot, Steve.
I don't like blonde chicks.
She's brunette, okay?
I don't like white chicks either. Yeah, it's like your sister.
I know
it's like Adam and Eve, they were like...
No, I know what... Steve is going to customize a robot wife in about 10 years that's going to have a bush. She's going to look like an 80s pinup girl. She's going to look like an 80s penthouse star. And he's going to...
Steve, your band was... better than Motley Crue.
That's a robot wife.
Steve, you are just as hot as you were in '88, Steve.